I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. A cooler than normal afternoon here with temperatures barely making it out of the 60s, but a warm up on the way, and we'll talk about our chances for rain.
Also first at 4, justice for Winter Cole-Smith. What prosecutors are saying is the defendant faces a federal judge today. Plus, the clock is ticking for former President Donald Trump and his legal team. We'll show you what's at stake right now. And here's business editor Rod Maloney.
There are kids across America who remember the old windmill cookies from Awrey's Bakery.
You just hate to see people lose their jobs, especially in this economy.
Back about 6 years ago, Awrey's came this close to closing for good and then got bought up. But it's looking like they're this close to closing again. We'll have the latest.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, federal prosecutors vowing to get justice for 2-year-old Winter Cole-Smith as a federal case starts moving forward. Defendant Rashad Trice was in federal court today over in Grand Rapids to face charges of kidnapping a minor and kidnapping resulting in death. He pleaded not guilty. You may recall the Amber Alert issued when Winter was snatched from her mother's home in Lansing. She was found dead days later in Detroit. The U.S. Attorney in Western Michigan spoke after the hearing.
My office is fully prepared to do everything necessary to establish the facts beyond a reasonable doubt that is necessary to prove these charges, and we will always do everything we can to protect children in these cases and ensure that people are held accountable.
Trice is being represented by a public defender who did not speak with reporters. Our Victor Williams was in the courtroom today, and he's going to join us a little bit later about what he saw on Local 4 News at 5. Hugs and tears in Saline this afternoon outside of the Linden Square Assisted Living Center. Inside, a vigil for a beloved co-worker who was shockingly gunned down outside of the center last Thursday. Saline police tell us 40-year-old Amber Jo Thomas was walking to her car in the lot across the street. Police say her ex-boyfriend was waiting and shot her, also grazing a co-worker who was with Thomas. Police arrested the ex a short time later after he crashed trying to drive away. Over the weekend, Barry Garza was charged with murder, assault with intent to murder, and felony firearm charges.
Yes, it's still lingering, and when you heard them talk about hope, I think that's what we need right now is hope that this small community where normally this doesn't happen can heal together.
Linden Square Assisted Living released a statement to us saying their hearts are broken and go out to Thomas's family. Plus, they appreciate the support they are getting as they navigate this difficult time. The Warren City Council is fighting Mayor Jim Faust's latest attempt to run for re-election, this time in federal court. You may recall the longtime mayor filed a federal lawsuit trying to decertify the results of tomorrow's primary. Faust continues to fight a term limits ordinance that Michigan courts have upheld. Now the City Council has filed a motion to dismiss the new suit, arguing the court doesn't have jurisdiction, and the motion fails to state a claim where relief can be granted. The polls open tomorrow at 7 a.m. In your first forecast, have any of you seen some sprinkles today? Clouds have been hanging around all day long, but they should start to clear out this evening. Let's check in with meteorologist Kim Adams. Kim?
Really, it's just temperatures have been so much cooler than where they should be for this time of year. It almost felt like an early fall. 68 at Metro, also in Pontiac, Mount Clemens, 66 in Ann Arbor. Only a couple places cracking the 70-degree mark this afternoon, including City Airport and up in Flint. We'll widen the view for you here, and it's warmer up north than it is here in Detroit. In fact, Marquette's in the mid-70s, 76 in Alpena, but we are lagging behind with that cooler air. Now, tomorrow does get warmer, and we'll have some sunshine. Still can't rule out an isolated shower later on in the evening, but most of tomorrow will be dry and a little bit warmer. Take a look at the temperature trend, and we stay close to normal for the rest of this week. So that's just a very quick cool snap for us today, and then we're back to more seasonable temperatures for the rest of the week. We'll talk about our rain chances in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you, Kim. Well, we are now less than 60 minutes from a key deadline facing former President Donald Trump and his legal team. The Justice Department wants a protective order limiting what Trump can say publicly about evidence in the case surrounding charges of election tampering. Let's go to Kimberly Gill to talk about where things stand this afternoon. Kim?
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon to you. The Trump team has until 5 p.m. today to respond to the prosecution's request. The defense already tried to push that deadline to Thursday, but the judge in the case rejected that motion. Ordinarily, the two sides in the case come to terms fairly quickly about the evidence, but this, of course, is not an ordinary case. The former president was charged with 4 counts last week, accused of criminal acts designed to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Before the prosecution starts sharing its evidence, it wants specific limits on how it can be used by Trump's team. It's concerned that information could be used to intimidate witnesses. Over the weekend, prosecutors cited something Trump posted on Truth Social, writing, quote, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you," end quote. The former president is also expected to ask for the judge to recuse herself and to push for a change of venue, arguing he can't get a fair trial in Washington, D.C. Now, of course, every request tends to slow down the process, and it's no secret former President Trump's attorneys would love to delay the trial he's facing until after the 2024 election. So far, none of the judges, though, have agreed to let that happen. Again, the deadline, 5 p.m. today. We'll have another update on our next newscast. For now, though, let's send it back to you, Karen.
All right. Thanks, Kim. First of 4, we're also covering more stories important in your communities, and we're going to start with some road repairs in Oakland County, but this project shouldn't take too long. The Road Commission has closed Grand River Avenue from Kent Lake Road to Kensington Boulevard in Lyon Township. A culvert under the road needs to be replaced, along with some other upgrades. Now, that section of Grand River services about 7,400 cars each day, so you will need to watch for detours for about 3 weeks. Now, let's move to a patriotic celebration in Wayne County. Here's how festivities started. Allen Park celebrating a $25,000 grant to revitalize 2 memorials honoring American veterans. The money comes from America in Bloom and CN Rail. It will go toward landscaping, trees and shrubs for the brand new Vietnam Veterans and Beyond Memorial, along with upgrades for the Champaign Park Blue Star Memorial. Local veterans are also still raising money to build a memorial wall and eternal light for Brand Park. Look for local fundraisers on those additions. Also going to stay Wayne County for this one, what could be a final farewell to a popular business over in Livonia. We're talking about Awrey's Bakery, which has put a lot of smiles on a lot of faces over the years. But there are fewer tonight, as the company announces it is on the edge of closing for good. Local 4 business editor Rob Maloney tells us about this bakery's fight to stay in business.
When you're around for more than a century, you're good at some things, obviously. Awrey's used to be known for their windmill cookies, and that's on the sign out here in front of the plant. But these days, it's the Long John coffee cake and also the shortbread date nut bars. But sadly, all of this may be going away for good. The Awrey's food label says it best, baking your day sweeter since 1910. Yet in a letter to the state last week, the company announced it's getting ready to lay off its 63 employees and close. Drone 4 gives us a bird's eye view of this massive plant. Yes, it is a bakery, but one of the largest in the Midwest at more than 218,000 square feet. Using 4 industrial continuous feed ovens, it churns out case after case of beloved ripple cakes, cookies, and cornbread daily. The assembly line humming these days also with cookies, a granola drop, cheese Danish, and biscuits. Longtime customer John Cortez appreciates the thrift store.
100% quality. They're great. I've been going here for years and years and years. The prices, you can't beat them.
Rudy Cardenas came in to supply Bill Brown Ford with pastry.
You always like to do business with people you live around and work around.
The company tells Local 4 the pandemic, suppliers hiking food prices, spiking container and packaging costs hurt the company dearly, along with the fact that people just don't eat sweets like they used to. Still, the company's been through this before. Back in 2013, they were ready to auction off the equipment when buyer Ron Beebe of Midland and Minnie Marie Bakers snapped up the Awrey's plant minutes before the bankruptcy foreclosure auction deadline.
It is very sad. You hope they come out of this. They survived the last time. Hopefully they'll survive this time.
Are you hoping that somebody comes in and buys them up?
Yes, absolutely. I wish it could be me. Maybe I'll win the Mega this week, and I'll buy it.
Well, with John's lottery win notwithstanding, it is going to be a tall order to get somebody to come in and take over the Awrey's plant, because they're going to need to bring in their own volume to make their own product in order to be able to turn a profit. It's so big in here. Tall order has been done before, so there is that possibility that somebody could come in here. But if not, they say they're going to close by the end of September. In Livonia, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
In a company statement, owner Rod Beebe said, "It's been a privilege and honor to provide the iconic brand of high-quality baked goods, and thanks everyone from the employees to vendors to customers for their business." Still ahead here first at 4. How many of you are still working from home? The back to the office movement just claimed another employer. This one might surprise you, what employees are facing now. Also, an assassination threat to Ukraine's president revealed how one woman is accused of trying to target Vladimir Zelensky. But first, witnesses say they heard explosion after explosion. What was blowing up inside this factory? We are getting a new look at the damage left behind right after the break.